This video is an example of PEB America's interactive graphics, and in this example we're going to show you a home building company's graphics model and how it interacts with their live data and information systems. On the screen you can see the community layout we've done for one of the communities, and there's a number of pieces of information regarding that community on the screen. Looking at the legend to the right, you'll notice that they have sales status, construction status, and their land development status. The sales status is indicated by a symbol on each lot, showing where the home is in the sales process, if it's a model home, a sold home, or if it's closed and has a picture of a little house. The construction status is represented by the color of the lot. Green is a completed lot, and the other colors represent different stages of construction. Land development really only indicates the different phases of the streets. And you'll notice by looking at the streets on the far left that those streets are just having their underground completed. Next over from that are the brown or tan colored streets. They're on the binder layer. Next you have some that have received an initial pavement, and the darker streets to the right have their final pavement installed. All of this represents the status coming live from the databases in the back office system. We can interact with this data by moving our mouse around on the different lots, and as we click on a lot, it will show us a window down here in the lower right, which is labeled General Information. Within this General Information window, it shows certain information out of their back office databases. In this example, it shows lot number, customer name, floor plan, and a few other pieces of information. As we select different lots moving around the community, you can see the data within the General Information window changes. This allows us to interact with the data and the graphics to look up and research information. This General Information window can be expanded or contracted, can have any amount of information added to it, and any data in the back office system can be linked to these graphics. On another note, we can take these graphics and link them in such a way that they can have installed security so that the systems will not allow everyone to see every piece of information. The installed security allows us to decide who can see what. Sometimes it's done as a matter of security, sometimes it's done as a matter of convenience, just so that the user can focus on the information that's important to them. To do this, for this example, we've set up 3 layers of security. I'm going to go up in the upper right corner, the upper left corner, and I'm going to go down to Change Info Level. Within the Change Info Level window, which comes up, there are 4 levels of information: construction, sales, accounting, and general information. I'm going to select construction, and so it will just show us information in this general information window related to the construction of the home. Now, as we can see, the construction information window has now changed. It's a larger window and it shows us information related just to the construction of the home. Now, as I select different lots and move around interacting with the data, the information shown in this window pertains only to the construction of the home. In this window we see pieces of information such as the customer's name, the floor plan, the date construction started, the date it was excavated, framing, mechanicals, drywall, cabinets, and so on as we move through the various dates of the phases of construction. Again, this window can be expanded or contracted to show as much or as little information as we'd like to show. The next level that we're going to show is the accounting level. As we move to the accounting level of information, this shows us information that really relates to the accounting department. A lot of the information overlaps with what you saw in the construction window, but this one shows us information that only accounting would be interested in, like for example earnest money received, closing dates, and things like that. It also shows us sales prices, total incentive amounts, things like that. Any information in the back office systems can be shown in this window. The last window I'd like to show you is the sales window, so I'm going to go up to the corner, change my information level to sales. I'm going to click on the button next to sales, and as I click OK, the information window changes to show sales information. The sales information on the screen shows us things that were related to the sales department. We can see the salesperson's name, the base price of the house, total options. We could add things in here like realtor commissions and things like that that you don't see right at the moment. It has contingency dates, it has actual closing and estimated closing, things that the salesperson would need to communicate with the customer. The next thing I'd like to show you is what we call the data layers. Right now the entire model shows us information from various layers of data that we have interacting with the back office. Instead of having just one layer of information interacting with the back office data, we have several layers interacting at the same time. Right now for this example we have 4 layers that we deal with, but this could be expanded to be any number of layers of information. With all this information on the screen, it can be a bit confusing for some users. They may want to limit what they see on the screen to just the things that pertain to them. So for this example, I'm going to turn off the land development and sales layers and show only the construction information. I'll click OK, and the map will change to show only the construction information. Now you see the layout of the community and the colors that represent the different stages of construction, but the sales indicators and the colors on the streets indicating land development have gone away. Now you can still interact with this map. You can still click on the various lots just as you did before, and you'll see the information in the window changing. Although this information happens to say sales, we can quickly change the information level to say construction. So if you're in a construction meeting, you're showing information related to construction, and the colors on the map are also related to construction and correlate very nicely with what you're trying to explain to people. The next thing we can do is we can turn off the construction layer and just show sales. And I can do that by going to my data layer, turning on sales, turning off construction. And now my information system shows me only the sales status of each lot. Again, still fully interactive. I can click on information and see whatever I need to see. If while I'm in a demonstration I wanted to see the construction information and show that to the sales force, I can do that very easily right here by showing them the window and saying, here's the construction information, here's the dates of the various milestones in construction, assuming of course I had access to this information. If I didn't, I might only be able to see the sales information. As you can see here, now I've changed the window so that now all you can see is the sales information and you're seeing the sales map. You're not seeing any of the construction information. However, quickly and easily, you can turn on the construction layer if you felt you needed to see that for something that you were trying to do with the sales force. So here I can turn on the construction layer, and now they can see that as well. In addition to this, I can turn on land development, or I can turn off all the layers. If I turn off all the layers, I can see a nice blank map. Blank maps are sometimes very simple and very easy to understand, especially when talking to vendors and subcontractors. Again, still fully interactive. I can click on the lots and the information in the information window changes. I can change that information window to show anything that we want to show out of our back office systems regarding these different lots within this community. The next layer is a new layer that we've just started to experiment with, and this layer is called the raster layer. In the raster layer, it's going to show us a view of the earth similar to what you would find in Google Earth that displays behind the subdivision. In this example, you can see I put the construction layer over the top, so you can see that those 2 layers do interact. And this is still fully interactive. I can still click on the various lots and still see the stages in my interactive window changing. The information pertains to the lot I've selected. I can also turn off the construction layer so that we can see through that layer and see only the raster image. Now what you'll be seeing on the screen here in a moment is the raster image, but still has the layout of our community on it. So I can still select the homes on there, still fully interactive, but instead of seeing the image in the construction status or the sales status or the land development status, what I'm seeing are the actual homes, home sites within the community, and I'm interacting with those. You can switch back quickly and have everything shown just the way it was before, turning off the raster image and seeing all of your other layers in the background. This is how our data system and our graphic systems interact with each other to put the power of our graphics and our data information at the fingertips of all of our users, all of our associates, and all of our employees. This is specifically powerful for our managers and executive staff to see exactly what's going on in every community and to be able to pull up the information behind each one of these elements. The final step that I'd like to talk about is the printing. We can also select to do printing of these windows in any format. We can print it on letter size paper, we can print it on tabloid, we can print these out as PDF files and distribute them to our vendors through email, whatever we need to do, mark them up. We have the ability to print these in any format that you can currently print any other report or system. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm at pebamerica.com. Thank you.